never boxed it. But when I say about other fighters, you gonna tell me you got no respect for Muhammad Ali, the greatest fighter of all time. Man, you lost me right there. So that's your opinion. Well, that's my opinion. So you mad about my opinion? Okay. Sorry for you. But I don't want to talk about it. I'll fight about it.
Now, let me ask you this last question. There's so many fights that people can make and will say is the biggest fight in boxing.
So, I mean, why would you want to fight somebody just because they said something? He did the exact same thing that you did.
Because he felt like he was questioning his manhood and stuff, showing the clips of him getting knocked out.
Shit to do with no manhood.
Obviously, he does to Roy. What are you getting mad at me for? Roy's the one that.
You the one talking that bull manhood. They got shit to do with no.
Well, why would he want a street fight? He says personally, he wants a street fight.
You want a street fight because he got mad. That's all. He got mad.
You agree with me, Roy Jones? Roy Jones is in his prime. Man, like fast, footwork, strong. You see Roy Jones in his prime.
The rivalry between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Roy Jones Jr. is not abating. During a public occasion, the two clashed and got into a furious confrontation that required other elite boxers to break them up. Nobody anticipated either of the two fighters doing that. It was anticipated that their social media feud would stay within the media realm. Actually, it was thought that they wouldn't shoot at one another more than once. However, they have found that neither Floyd Mayweather nor Roy Jones Jr. are slowing down.
What do you think about Roy and Floyd going back and forth? I just talked to him. Floyd was really worked up. Roy was really worked up about it. What do you think, Andre?
They fighters, man.
Andre, we're going this way.
They fighters.
Isn't that the biggest fight in boxing today? Like, if that would have really happened, you think it could happen?
Watch out, Andre can still throw hands now. Don't mess with him like that.
They fighters, bro.
Beating the guys around him, he's the best of that group. Bud is in a group above him. Bud don't need to come back down to 47 to meet him. That's crazy. Why would he? Bud looking to try to make history and get out. Get his big bank and get out. His big bank is who? Canelo. He willing to take that gamble, see if he can beat him. If he beats him, he may.
When Jones Jr. implied that he would be amenable to facing Mayweather, both inside and outside the ring, the tension quickly increased. Following the incident, a number of boxing industry leaders have shared their thoughts on the developing scenario. Captain Hook doesn't seem prepared to bury the hatch, though. He defiantly left Money Mayweather off of his ranking of the greatest 5 fighters of all time, which is a clear indication of his disobedience. Jones Jr. assertively said, "No, not in my book," when asked if Mayweather ever made his list of his all-time top 5 in an interview with AK and Barack on Ring Champs. He's not in the top 5, but he might be in the top 10.
I would not be able to take credit for beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez because that's not the same Pacquiao.
Of course.
That's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game.
Yeah, of course.
But in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever.
Of course.
When that's not how that goes. That's not reality. But in the business world, it is, because look how much money.
Jones Jr. added that while he wasn't discounting Mayweather's abilities, he did have doubts about the quality of opponents he faced who were actually on par with him. Just Canelo. When the host brought up Miguel Cotto, whom Mayweather defeated in 2012 after a brief period of incarceration, Jones Jr. said, "That's it." Jones Jr. was also prepared with a counter-argument. Jones Jr. asserted that Cotto was already finished. Is Cotto the greatest of all time? No, Cotto is the greatest Puerto Rican of all time. For this reason, Cotto is not considered a boxing great of all time. Jones Jr. doesn't think that bout was particularly good. You're not up to that.
Jones versus Floyd Mayweather beef. Now, we all know Floyd was showing the videos of Roy Jones getting knocked the hell out. And I said, where the hell did this come from? Why he do him like that? Well, it stems from Roy. We all know, I don't say Roy talk.
Sitting pretty, and I don't know if people realize this, Roy. Your first 50 fights, you didn't get beat, you got DQ'd. Had you been 50-0, would you have stopped?
After I won the heavyweight title and went back down and beat Tarver that first time, I would have stopped right there. But it was in my DNA, it was in my inevitability.
Moving on to Mayweather's 2015 bout versus 8th Division champion Manny Pacquiao, which was the most profitable of his career. The 56-year-old replied, You waited to fight Pacquiao till he got knocked out by Marquez before you fought him. Jones Jr. contended that since both boxers would have been at the height of their abilities, the bout would have been much more intriguing if Mayweather had challenged Manny Pacquiao 4 years earlier. Captain Hook supported his claim with one of his own finest triumphs. Would I be recognized as the greatest fighter of all time if I had waited until someone defeated James Toney before facing him? Since I defeated James Toney. No, I don't. He said during the interview.
Because, well, Floyd did.
He wants some Rocky V type stuff, you know, Tommy Gunn and Rocky in the streets.
Maybe you want that. I don't know.
You think Floyd would ever want that?
Well, I mean, the thing is this.
Or maybe they do it in the doghouse late at night.
If him and Floyd was at the same weight, yeah, they could do it. It would be no problem at all. I mean, this man weighed over 200 pounds. Floyd walking.
You didn't do it correctly, and that's my point. The hostility between these two legendary boxers only intensifies with every day that goes by. However, the question is, whose career has been better overall? There has been more than Mayweather and Jones Jr. squabbling over who had a better career since the animosity started. Fans have also become engaged. Antonio Tarver, Jones Jr.'s former opponent, says the solution is obvious during this argument. The former light heavyweight champion claims that Jones Jr. has the financial advantage after giving Superman 2 defeats.
Because now we probably could have got 3 good fights out of it. You understand me? But because we waited too long, the problem what people don't understand is tomorrow's not promised to nobody. Guess what? We fortunate that we saw the fight. Because to be honest with you, Earl came back from dead and made it back and fought this fight.
Tarver asserts that Jones Jr.'s unstoppable factor when compared to the tiny Mayweather may garner him the advantage when comparing the two directly, after Jones Jr.'s surprising knockout victory in their 2004 rematch. It's competitive when you consider their professional histories. During Seconds Out, Tarver said, "I love Floyd, and I would say this. He hasn't lost. He did it his way. But I don't believe he was considered invincible at any point throughout his career."
Same time, and nobody said that. When they were both occupying boxing at the same time, Floyd was sniffing his jockstrap. And I'm talking about Pretty Boy Floyd and Roy. You can't even argue that because we were there. I was there watching both of them. No one mentioned Floyd with Roy. It's not like they're two different eras and you can't compare them. They were being compared.
Reflecting on Jones Jr.'s career and their incredible trilogy. Roy Jones was unbeatable until he met me, Tarver continued. Regardless of who had the best career, both boxers undoubtedly made a significant contribution to the growth of the sport. Nevertheless, it seems like Roy Jones Jr. has made the matter into a personal grudge. Additionally, Jones Jr. has made a significant offer to the vocal legend in response to Mayweather's criticism of his career setbacks, notably his loss to Tarver.